Welcome back to Notes Part 3. Tissue membranes. The membranes are mucous membranes. Mucus is your friend. So epithelial tissue produces the mucus. The goblets in the epithelial tissue produce mucus. Think of goblet. When you drink out of a goblet, you leave your mucus on the rim, so think of that way to remember goblet cells. And also mucous neck cells. But guess what? The word mucus is in the mucous neck cells, so that's a no-brainer. Oh, look, there's your pseudostratified columnar. Actually, that is simple columnar epithelial, but there's goblet cells in there. They're differentially stained, so you can see the goblet cells. You're not going to see that on the test like that. Just know goblet cells produce mucus. Serous membranes, you learned about these the first unit. Your pericardium, your pleural membranes, and your peritoneum. Well, speaking of which, you do remember those. Pericardium around the heart. Periosteum. Part 6. Tissues in general. Okay. Inflammation of tissues occurs when tissues are damaged. The word itis at the end of any word means inflammation. If you get appendicitis, it's inflammation of your appendix. If you get hepatitis, it's inflammation of your hepato or liver. Okay. 5 major symptoms with inflammation are you get redness, you get pain, and disturbance of function. Ooh, my finger is swollen. I don't think I can write that paper now. Part 7. Tissue repair. There's different types of tissue repair. Isn't it amazing when you cut yourself, how the body says, I'll heal that, but I'm going to stop right there and not put cells at it in that gap. So when you substitute viable cells, living cells for dead cells, that's called regeneration. That's going on right now. Your stratified squamous epithelial, when I look at you, that's why I see most of your flesh, is regenerating from the basal layer, pushing upwards, and as those cells flatten out, become squamous, float away, become dust, you've got new cells being regenerated underneath them all the time, so the bacteria never get in you. So that's regeneration. Regenerate the same type of cells. If I should cut you, oh, not too deep, the epithelial tissue will cover and fill that gap, and then there's a stop signal that tells it to stop. Otherwise, it keeps going, it's cancer. Your body's amazing. It doesn't just keep going. Somewhere in those cells says, fill this gap, and then stop. And that's what I just said. Replacement. Now you're replacing the old tissue with a new type. If I cut your teeth and gouge you, I would not do that to you unless you back. The old epithelial tissue can no longer combine, so they got connective tissue. So your dense connective tissue is scar tissue. It is no longer the same color. It's whitish. It's got a lot of collagen fibers. So scar tissue in place of old modified like that. A nice scar right up and down there. That is dense connective tissue. Sam, my boy, football player, had that nice scar to show us. Connective tissue. 3 tissue types based on ability to divide and produce new cells. So your tissues vary in their ability to replace themselves, basically. You've got labile cells, which is happening with all your skin. They continue to divide nonstop. So your labile, you can think of the labia, which is the palps down around the vagina. That's epidermis tissue. It's constantly reproducing. So all your outside cells are labile, constantly reproducing. You cut them, they'll heal by regeneration. Skin and mucous membranes. You got your stable cells, which do not continue to divide, but if you should cut yourself, they will repair themselves. So connective tissues, glands, the liver can repair themselves if cut, but they're not continually dividing and sloughing off. And then you have your permanent cells. Right now, we all think nerves are permanent, and they pretty much are. You cut a nerve, if if you don't get those nerve cells ends back to back and touching each other, there won't be a connection on the axon. There won't be a transmittance of the electron action potential, and you lose ability to transmit the action potential. So when the nerves are damaged, they don't repair themselves. They get that point where there's a point of no return. So they are permanent cells. Cancer is defined as, can we get down to 2 words? Uncontrolled mitosis. Anytime it's uncontrolled cell growth, anytime a cell decides, ooh, I'm just going to start reproducing like crazy, like this lovely little skin cancer down below here. A malignant tumor is just a clump of cancer cells to grow like crazy. And that's a mess. So it's a cancerous massive tissue. A tumor is just a massive cancer of cells. The way cancer kills you is that it keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's a bully to the other tissues. It blocks them out, it absorbs their nutrients, it shuts them off of their nutrients from even coming in because it blocks them off. Okay, so a carcinogen is anything that causes cancer. Any cancer causing agent is a carcinogen. Big bold red word, know it. What are some carcinogens? Yeah, those little cancer sticks there. Light them up. Hey, let's get some lung cancer. Ugh. Earl, state of California, has the warning this causes cancer in the state of California. Nowhere else, just the state of California. But no, oil, petroleum products do have been known to cause cancer. So, what is that? A lollipop? Oh, no. The red dyes, the blue dyes, all those food additives and dyes are cancer causing. They might not cause cancer in mice for like 10 years, but then the mice is dead anyway, so mice don't live that long. So, as humans, we're the guinea pigs. Air pollution. Yeah, I love sucking down that diesel fuel behind the bus. Oh, look at there. Too much sunburn. All a sunburn is causing thymine dimers in your DNA and RNA. So you have polymerases and exonucleases which go through and break up the DNA and repair it. Your body's constantly repairing it. But one little mutation caused by a UV ray breaking up the DNA that doesn't get fixed right can lead to cancer. Solar radiation. Metastasis, or to metastasize, is the movement of cancer cells throughout the body, usually, most often by the blood or the lymph tissue, or both. So one cancer cell breaks and it travels through the blood or the lymph and it metastasizes. Metastasize is a verb, I guess, meaning to travel from a cancer cell, from a tumor, to form its own cancer. So I saw someone die of lung cancer. The dude's lungs were black, but his kidneys were encased by a huge tumor, which they said metastasized from the lungs. Malignant tumors, bad, bad, bad. They'll spread, they'll metastasize like crazy. Like a lipoma, anything in an oma is a cancer cell. Lipoma is a lipid or an adipose tumor, and they're always encased. They're they're not cancerous because they just continue to grow like crazy. Old dogs usually get them sticking off a little lump. They go and cut those right out, throw them away, no harm done. So benign, not cancerous, doesn't spread like crazy, just keeps on forming one clump of tumor. Usually no return. Example, lipoma, a fatty tumor. It's a tumor. So now study your lab, study the packet if you picked one up, look over the notes big time, go over and over and over the notes, read through the textbook if you have one, but the notes are vitally important. Practice in class. All the labs, everything we do, practice, practice, practice. Ask questions if you have them. Don't be afraid to ask. Do not waste class time socializing when you should be studying because that's your big study time. And read like Snoopy does. Get on the internet, look at stuff, do your little Quizlets. Those help. Don't cram. Study over time. You cram at night, you're going to get a headache, you're going to fail. Study about 15 minutes a day. I don't have time. Well, you have time to work then. Good job. Not for now.